Welcome to another video. In today's video, I will discuss about Google Gemini, how it has changed the game completely for large language models. I'll show you how we can use this Google Gemini with Node.js in the end of this video. So this is what Google says about Google Gemini. It is built from the ground up for multi-modality, because we know that generally we use ChatGPT for text. However, in case of Gemini, we use text, we use images, video, audio, and even code. I don't want to spend much of time about reading this text that Google has already provided on its official website. I will put this link in the video's description so that you all can go through. There is one fantastic video right here. Google has created this video. My suggestion is to watch this to see what we can achieve with Gemini. It has changed the game completely. I'm saying it again and again because you would be amazed to see the use cases and the possible things that we can achieve now with the help of AI. Let me quickly jump to build with Gemini because this is the agenda of today's video. Few days back, Google has released this API with us or different ways with us using which we can integrate Gemini in our project. So first way is with Google AI Studio. This is very handy if you don't want to run any code on your machine. You can directly use this IDE to run different prompts to see the capability that Gemini has provided to us. Okay. For example, let me ask, who is the PM of UK? And we just need to hit the run button. So you can see Rishi Sunak is the PM of UK. Okay. Now let me put another simple prompt here. Let's say, tell me India's history in 200 words. Here you can see that it is gathering all the information from the large data sets that Google has, and it has provided me all the information that I asked. This is one of the common use case, and you must have seen something similar with ChatGPT free version. Okay. Now let's try something different. In the model, I am changing the Gemini Pro to Gemini Pro Vision. Okay. And I am clearing it out. Now you may see some suggestions here provided by Google itself. In this, you can select different images, or you can ask Google to generate different images for you. For example, let me select one image from the suggestions. Okay. And now you can ask different questions related to this image itself. What is happening in this picture? As soon as you hit the run button, it will check and share the information with you. You can see as a result, it is showing that the image shown shows a violin resting on a wooden table. There is a cup of coffee and some sheet music next to it. So you can see how easy it is. And based on different use cases, you can try different things. You can select different image, you can ask certain questions based on that, and different suggestions are there, of course. Another sample image, you can select that. You can mention whatever question you have, or using text inputs, you can mention, tell me cat history in 50 words, and run it. And immediately you will see something related to cat. Or you can add multiple images, you can ask certain questions. This is one of the ways to play around with Google Gemini. Okay. But now let's say you want to integrate the features of Google Gemini in your existing project, then how you can do it? One way is, as I mentioned, using AI Studio. You can play with it, and if you like something, you just need to hit the Get Code button, select the programming language, for example, JavaScript. You just need to copy this code, and in this code, there is one place that you need to modify, which is your API key. Okay. In next 1 minute, I will show you how you will get your API key. You just need to get that API key, put it here, and run it. As simple as that. Okay. Now the other way I am going to show you is using API on your machine. Okay. Now let's say I'm going to read API docs. This is the official page, or I would say official documentation. So one thing that I already showed to you is with Google AI Studio. You can read more about it, different prompts, different outcomes that you can achieve. This is what I already shown to you. The other example that I'm going to show is using Node.js. They have provided very much, easy documentation. You can walk through it and try to implement the same steps. There is one recommendation I would like to give you is related to Node.js version. I have seen so many questions on the Stack Overflow where people are getting some issues related to Fetch API. So please check your Node.js version before starting working on it. It should be 18 plus. Okay. Otherwise, you will face some issues related to API, or other possible issues would be there. Okay. Now, this is the page that I was talking about to get the API key. Okay. Once you will hit that, it will ask you to create API in the new project, or you can use the existing one. You may see here that this is the API key that I have created for myself, and this is the date, which is today's date. Okay. Now, once I will hit this, it will show me my API on the next page. Now I'm jumping back to the documentation. So the first step is to install the SDK package. So this is the package you need to install in your machine. So if you go back to the terminal, you can see here that I already have Node version installed, which is 20. I already installed generative AI in my machine, but let me do it again. So you can see that it is already added. Now the next step is to add some Node.js specific code in our machine. I am jumping here to show you generate text from text only input. Okay. Here you will see we are importing this package. Here we will be setting our API key. This is where we are mentioning the prompt. Okay. This is basically the question that we asked here, even that I showed you with Google Cloud AI Studio. Let me open that another instance so that I will keep showing you different behaviors. This is the now studio. This is the pro, not vision. Okay, so we will play here with the text. This is the same code I already copied and pasted here. So this is the same code you will see on my machine. This is VS Code. I already installed that package. Okay, let me delete this instance, create new terminal. Okay, this is the place where you need to put your API key. Okay, this is the question or the prompt that I will put there. Let me copy this. Firstly, I am going to run the same prompt here in the studio for you. This is my question, and I'm going to run it. I asked, write a sentence about India's current PM, and you will see the answer here. Okay. Now I am coming to the VS Code again. Here I am going to run this Node.js file. So you may see that the answer for this question may differs in this case, or it could be same, but it should be correct. So here you may see the answer is a bit different than the one that we saw there in the IDE, but we are getting the answers. Okay. This is the one way we can run this project in our machine. You can do it for different use cases. You can take the prompt as an input, and you can run it for certain scenarios and get the response from there. Okay. Now I'm jumping back to the second use case where you will see that we will generate the text from text and image input. Okay. I am quickly scrolling down the code. So you may see here that we will be getting two images and then we will just respond back the text from it. Okay. We will be, of course, using the models, large language models, and we will call the method generate content. I have already created the file for you just to save the time. You may see again the API key I have mentioned. And these are the two images that I have. I can show you from the path. This is the one image that has some connections. This is the second image. Okay. Now I am back in the code. I am going to run this file. It is taking fraction of seconds to respond back, but it will, read that image, collect the text based on that, and formulate that in the form of a paragraph and return back to us. You will see the response here now. It is saying the first picture shows a traditional data architecture with separate databases for each application. The second picture shows a modern data architecture with single database that can support multiple applications. Likewise. So this is the text we are reading. Just like this, there are so many scenarios or so many things you can achieve it, play with it. So I just wanted to show you the basic structure, how to start with Gemini on your machine. It supports different programming languages like Go, Python, Swift, and Node I already showed to you. It has API, REST API that is exposed. You can see certain examples how to play around it. Okay. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.